iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Everybody needs an edge. The other guy is working on his edge right now, whether you have one or not. Testosterone levels are at an all-time low historically, and individual T-levels in men decline 1% every year with age. There's a new champion of natural testosterone boosters, and it's called SHOCK. CHOQ. 100% natural herbal extract with game-changing effects on your energy, mood, and focus. SHOCK Daily's main ingredient has been clinically studied to boost testosterone 20% in 90 days. Supercharge your masculinity with higher T and a massive boost of energy by taking SHOCK's male vitality stack every day. Take a 90-day SHOCK challenge and reach the benefits of the reigning champion of natural men's health with SHOCK's male vitality stack. For a very limited time only, SHOCK CHOQ is giving our listeners a 30% discount with promo code USA. That's CHOQ.com code USA for 30% off while supplies last. Let's get you go to our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
A weekend full of superstar performances, never seen before, collaboration, and once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
Friday, September 23rd and Saturday the 24th.
Our 2022 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Buy your tickets now at AXS.com.
Kfi AM 640, more stimulating talk. You can start the house with for at your service. We've been talking clearances today. Thanks for joining us on the program. I'm going to throw one more set of clearances out, and then I'm going to try and take one more call. Let's see if I can succeed at doing that. I realized I wanted to say this earlier. One of those points of contention when a homeowner is trying to design their own setup is quite often around an overhang for seating at a kitchen island, right? And I get the question all the time, how far should the countertop overhang in order to get proper seating there? Well, kind of depends. It depends on the height of the countertop and the chair and or stool that's being used. So I'm sorry that's not an absolute answer, but I just want you to understand that. The taller a countertop, the more likely you're going to be using kind of a stool as opposed to a full chair, right? So you think about that. When you're sitting on a stool, even if you're comfortable with a little back stool, a higher stool, your legs are hanging more vertically, right, as opposed to going out horizontally. Your thighs are dropping away at a sharper angle away from your hips. And that means your knees, and when we're talking about knee space here, your knees aren't jutting out as far away from your torso underneath the counter. So, for instance, a 42-inch high countertop in which you're going to be sitting on stools, you only need 12 inches, 12-inch overhang, okay? Now, you can do a 12-inch overhang with a 36-inch high countertop if there's a stool involved. But if it's more chair-like, just know, the more chair-like the furniture you're going to use, the more knee space that you could have. So ideally, 42-inch high countertop with a stool, 12 inches of knee space, a 36-inch high countertop, standard height kitchen counter, ideally 15 inches of knee space. So another 3, give your knees another 3 inches. And a 30-inch high counter, and there are such things as 30, sometimes on an island, we'll drop the counter down to table height. We'll waterfall it down or segment the island from high up down to table height. When you're sitting at a regular table height countertop, then you're going to more likely be sitting in a regular kind of chair, which means your legs are coming out 90 degrees from your torso, and you need 18 inches of knee space or countertop overhang. All right. So again, for 42-inch counters and stools, 12 inches. For 36-inch high counters, 15 inches. And for 30-inch table height counters, a full 18 inches of knee space. All right. Hope that is helping you out today. Let's try and take one more call before we are done. Thomas!
I do. Thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure, sir. How can I help you?
So we have we have a detached two-car garage from the house, and it's actually adjacent to the house, and it has a laundry facility in it too. But it gets really hot in the summer, and I want to know what type of radiant heat barrier or insulation to put on the underside of the roof to reduce the heat. There's no roof vent. There's the floor vent for the gas heater and stuff that we've taken out. So it's going to ask best practice for this.
Is the inside of the garage just bare studs from the inside, or the drywall up there?
Bare studs.
Okay. So we're going to keep it bare studs. Then the best thing that you could do is, well, I should say the best thing. The most reasonable thing you could do is you could stretch a radiant heat barrier up there on the bottom of the roof rafters. But before doing that, I would fill those roof rafter bays with backs of insulation. And the kind of insulation that I recommend to most people when it comes to bath is a rock wool insulation. Rock wool simply not only do you not get issues when you handle it because there's no fiberglass. I'm not a huge fan of fiberglass insulation anymore because rock wool is just so much better. And for every inch of thickness, rock wool has a higher R value, so it's just going to do a better job up there. So rock wool insulation in between the rafter bays, and then if you want to put a foil radiant barrier on the bottom of the rafters, that will help too. Ultimately, if you really want a garage to become a better conditioned space, then think about finishing the walls off with drywall and the ceiling, and therefore, before you do that, of course, filling all the walls and the ceiling joist and or roof rafters with as much rock wool insulation as you can. In the walls, on a 2x4 wall, the highest R value you can get is using rock wool insulation. You get R15 in that wall. Anything above R15, you're going to have to go up to something crazy like sprayed-in rigid foam insulation, something like that, and that's just really expensive. But if you want to condition a space like a garage, it's actually not that hard to do. You get the insulation in place, add drywall. Drywall doesn't have to be finished off. Just add drywall because that in and of itself becomes a heat penetration barrier of sorts. And then you've got a nice finished interior garage space, and if you want, you can throw a portable AC unit in there, or even put a mini split in there just to cool it off on laundry day. So it happens all the time. We convert garages to ADUs all the time, but even if you're not going to convert it, even if you're not going to put in an air conditioner of sorts, adding insulation is always the first step. And it's also conveniently the least expensive step. The other thing, by the way, let's not forget about the garage door. If you're really committed to it, and your current garage door is not insulated, then you may want to consider at some point in the future a fully insulated garage door. So sectional metal garage door, you can just look on the back. If it has a panel on the back side, then it's an insulated garage door. If it doesn't, you can actually just see the metal channels as they kind of wrap around in a T shape. There's no insulation there. So an insulated garage door. Insulation, I'm big on insulation. Even if you're not going to heat or cool a space, insulation becomes a barrier to keep whatever's going on outside from getting inside, and vice versa. And that's the way it works. Thomas, thanks for the call. I hope that helped. Everybody, thanks for tuning in this morning. Thanks for being a part of our program. I hope our little conversation on clearances in these critical areas has given you some insight on what to do in your planning, your remodel, your renovation. Don't skimp on those. You'll regret it. I'm just saying, you'll regret it. Better that the kitchen island be a little bit smaller and that you give the table a little bit more breathing space, okay? Those kinds of things. Better that the vanity be smaller and the toilet have the right amount of room. Better that chandelier be higher up in the entryway. All these kinds of things. This is why design matters most. Thanks again for spending the morning with us. Join us tomorrow morning when we talk about the trials and tribulations of remodeling tract housing. You probably live in one, so you're not going to want to miss it. We will see you tomorrow morning.
Orange County.
Everywhere. We got our video out.
Homelessness on the rise. I'm Brian Blumen, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Long Beach has counted its homeless population.
The city's Health and Human Services Department says 3,296 homeless people are on the streets or in shelters. The count was done in February, and officials say the number represents a 22% increase in people living in camps or on the street, and a 380% jump in those living in a vehicle. The last count was done in January 2020. There was no count last year because of the pandemic. City officials also pointed out that while many live on the street, more people than ever before are living in emergency shelters or interim housing. 250 volunteers surveyed people about their homelessness, from economic to mental illness, to relationship issues, to domestic violence. He's Gregory Kfi Am.
A 29-year-old man is scheduled for a prison sentence for killing 2 men in a drunk driving crash in Anaheim. The man is expected to be sentenced in August and faces up to 36 years to life in prison. At the time of the crash 2 years ago, the man had a blood alcohol level nearly 4 times the legal limit. President Biden says the choice is clear after Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade.
We either elect federal senators and representatives who will codify Roe, or Republicans who will elect the House and Senate will try to ban abortion nationwide.
Biden met with governors from most states yesterday. He said Roe being overturned has implications for the right to privacy in general. The price of fireworks has gone up. Vendors say the product cost hasn't increased too much, but the shipping costs have increased a lot.
Prior to 2020, it would cost us between $12,000 and $15,000 to ship a container. Nowadays, it costs us between $40,000 and $45,000.
The American Pyrotechnics Association says costs are up 35%. A recent report from the trade association points to shipping rates, raw materials, and labor costs forcing consumers to pay more. About 95% of consumer fireworks come from China, and the price to import products has more than quadrupled over the last 3 years. Firefighters are urging people in Southern California to stay away from illegal fireworks.
California State Fire Marshal Mike Richwine says high dry conditions have raised the risk for wildfires.
Already this year, we have over 3,300 wildfires that we responded to, burning 21,000 acres. That's 10,000 more acres than this time in 2021.
Richwine says the state will not tolerate people using illegal fireworks. He says investigators have been cracking down on illegal fireworks sales online. In LA, Blake Stoll and KFI Am.
So the Farm Bureau says it will cost Americans about 17% more this year to buy all the food for a 4th of July barbecue.
The point for the beef that you're going to be buying, the rest of the hamburgers, you're also looking at things like eggs that were really up compared to a year ago.
Gary Joyner with the Farm Bureau in Texas says this is all caused by high gas prices and inflation, which is driving up the cost of just about everything. The average cost of a summer cookout for 10 people is just over $69. And one restaurant is willing to trade you if you've got any sriracha sauce lying around.
A restaurant owner in Silver Lake has offered up free food for a bottle of sriracha. The spicy sauce is a key part of the takeout restaurant's signature spicy aioli. But the hot dog restaurant in Irvindale announced earlier this year it had to shut down because of a shortage of sriracha caused by severe weather, which impacted the quality of chili peppers. The owner and chef of Vietnamese Sweet Ears took an employee's suggestion to propose the trade on Instagram, and in less than a week, the restaurant has collected more than 100 bottles. Sriracha has said it hopes to start filling orders again after Labor Day. Amy King, KFI News.
Surveyors in KFI, we are looking at a crash on the 5 in Utah.
The 14 in Cowboy Boulevard, all lanes shut down due to that wreck, and so further notice for you that example, Rockford traffic being diverted onto the 14 northbound. If you're on the 215 southbound in Riverside, just before Center Drive, wreck there only has the right lane open, so it's a heavy ride from Barton Road, and also in Riverside, you'll see some delays on the 215 heading northbound. That's just after the 60, it'll ease up for you as you approach Central Avenue. KFI on the side helps get you there faster on Pedro Moreno.
You're always using your personal information for just about everything, especially when you're online. And with all that information floating around out there, it can make the internet a practical gold mine for identity thieves to steal your identity. Well, now it's easy to protect yourself with LifeLock. This is what I do.
LifeLock by Norton. LifeLock monitors your information and alerts you to potential identity threats, and there's lots of them out there. And if you're a victim of identity theft, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix your problem. Identity thieves have had it way too easy for far too long. Now it's your turn. No one can prevent all ID theft and monitor every transaction of every business, but save up to 25% off your first year with LifeLock. Call 800-LifeLock, use the promo code HANDLE, 800-LifeLock, promo code HANDLE, or visit LifeLock.com, promo code HANDLE, 25% off your first year, LifeLock.
Look at weather from KFI. Low clouds and fog by the coast and sunny, mid-60s to low 70s at the beaches, mid-70s to low 80s in Metro LA and Northeast, low to mid-80s in the Inland Valley, upper 80s to low 90s in the Inland Empire. Temperatures going to cool down slightly tomorrow and stay a little bit cooler through the Independence Day holiday. Right now it's 66 degrees in Orange, 66 in Anaheim, 66 in Sherman Oaks, and 65 in Pasadena. Really local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Brian Boone. Advice where I tell you you have absolutely no case. If you're injured, you need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com. And if you're a lawyer and want to help our listeners, please go to handleonthelaw.com, click on the Join Today tab at the top of the page. That's all we're going to do. There is a city in Washington State, well, there was a case, and I'll tell you what happened. There's an assistant police chief who displayed a Nazi symbol on his office door and joked about the Holocaust. His name is Derek Kammerzettel, and initially he was disciplined with 2 weeks of administrative leave. Was supposed to come without pay for doing it. He's 27 years, a veteran of the force, and he was nailed, no pay for 2 weeks. And he used his vacation time, which allowed him to receive the pay anyway. So he got the pay, but he had to use his vacation time. So what he did is place a sign, an insignia, on his door that said SS Obergruppenführer, which is a military insignia used in the Third Reich in Germany, Nazi Germany, and he put it on his office door. And it stayed there for 2 weeks until it was reported to a superior who took it down. And he's German, by the way, insisted he didn't know the symbol was associated with Nazi Germany. That is a defense, please, who we kidding? And that it appeared on the TV show The Man in the High Castle, which is an interesting show, and it's about the Nazis winning World War II and coming in the United States and creating a German Nazi government. And so what ended up happening is he sued the city and argued that it was an unfair disciplinary move by the city. And he argued, and he was in the middle of an investigation at the time, and he argued if the city fired him, he wouldn't want his job back through arbitration, and pay would have been reinstated per his lawsuit. He was fired for it, by the way, because he started complaining about what they were doing, and he sued. And guess what the city did? Paid him $1.5 million to resign. Saying, we fired you, but if you resign and you're not asking for anything, we'll pay you $1.5 million. Why? Because they figured, number one, he would have won.
and been reinstated. Number two, the city would have been nailed for legal fees and would have been nailed for firing him and unjust firing. So they said, you know what? We'll pay you. You're originally asked for $2.1 million. Incidentally, he had a history of Nazi-related complaints. In 2019, he was photographed doing a Nazi salute during an Oktoberfest celebration, sporting a Hitler mustache another time. Wow. $1.5 million. Not a bad payday for him. Let's go ahead and take some phone calls. Tony! Hi, Tony. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I got a quick question for you. My wife started 5 years ago. The actor pretends that there's no access or anything like that. He's a lawyer. If there was some buildings and she's saying that, she's out of her own pocket to get some of this stuff figured out. How do I go about figuring out whether it's really that? You
hire a private investigator in Puerto Rico. What you do is you trace down all the assets. Who's on title? Is there money in the bank? I mean, you can pull title. Keep in mind, Puerto Rico is an American territory, so it basically runs the way we do. And so they'll have title creatures. They'll have the various counties there will have recording departments, county recorders, or their equivalent of county recorders. You just pull it off. I just find out where you start with to see if there is a will. The will has to be probated, has to be filed with the court. But you want to start with just figuring out what he owned and didn't know, and you don't pay attention to the wife at all, because obviously she's such bias, you think? Yeah, makes sense. Tina, hi Tina, welcome.
Thank you. I was bit by a dog.
Oh, congratulations.
I have been trying to get a hold of the owner. The owner has my information, and she refuses to communicate with me regarding if the dog has had its shot for its rabies. It's a tenant that lives in a house a couple doors down from me. I tried contacting the owner of the house, who doesn't want to have any involvement. And I had animal control. I'd asked them if they could just tell me if the dog had had its shots and got rabies shot. And they said they can't give out any of that information. What's my next step? And is the landlord have any accountability?
I don't know if the landlord has any accountability or not. I would guess no, unless, no, I wouldn't think so. But is the owner of the dog, is he not or she not responding to you, ignoring you? Have you had any conversation at all?
I have not had any conversation with her because I don't have her phone number.
Okay, so there's no way for you to reach her.
Correct.
Okay, well, yeah.
Neighbors have given her my number.
Okay, well, that doesn't help you.
Yeah.
All right, so you know where she lives, clearly. You can have, you have an address. You can certainly send a registered letter. You can certainly send a FedEx package to her for signature only. So she has to accept it, or whoever in the house has to accept it. And I would have put in no uncertain terms. Hey, here's the bottom line. Is you got to let me know if your dog has rabies. Otherwise, I have to go to the doctor and I have to get the rabies shots, and I'm going to hold you personally responsible for all medical costs. And on top of that, the emotional distress that you're showing me. You may want to pull something off the internet, and you got to call your doctor too. Now, the reality is dogs don't have rabies out there. I mean, very few dogs. There aren't too many dogs out there that don't have rabies shots. I mean, you can get a feral dog. You're not going to buy one from a shelter. You can't get a dog that hasn't had rabies shots. I mean, theoretically, someone could have puppies, but rabies is pretty slim. But you got to call your doctor and go, hey, I don't know. What do I do? And the doctor's real conservative. Say, congratulations, you're coming in for the rabies treatment. Prophylactically, because it's no fun getting rabies. It's no fun finding out after the fact. And I think once you get it, it gets a little problematic. You do things like die.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So if you're around, you call me in a few weeks and you're still around, then we can talk about suing that dog owner. And if not, well, you'll be dead. So does it really matter? I don't think so. Renee! Hi, Renee. Welcome to Handle on the Law.
Hey, so we have a property, our home backs up to a channel, and they are doing construction all along this channel. The county obviously hired a contractor to do this work. We have sustained damage to the plumbing that goes between our pool and our spa, and we are unsure if we should be suing the county.
No, you don't sue the county. You sue the contractor.
Okay.
That was it. Yeah, they're the ones that are doing the work.
Okay.
And it's that simple. And so, and that's where you want to go anyway, to a private third-party institution or entity, because when you start suing the county, you go crazy. You got someone who has insurance, who screwed up. You're going to deal with a real insurance company. How much damage are we talking about so far?
Not that much. It's going to be between $25,000 and $5,000.
Oh, yeah, you want to just doing small claims. So, yeah, suing the county is crazy. Just sue them, but you have to show, here's $25,000 worth of damage. Yeah. And you got to show the damage, and you're going to need a bid to repair it. But once you do that, you should be okay. This is Handle on the Law.
I'm Brian Blumen, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Other county health officials are offering monkeypox vaccines to people who've had confirmed exposure to the virus or been in an event with high risk of exposure. There are 800 doses that have been given out so far. State regulators have asked the EPA to designate an Exide battery recycling plant in Vernon as a federal Superfund site that would speed up the process for cleanup. And firefighters took care of a brush fire that burned just about 5 acres in Highland Park near the 110 and Avenue 60. We'll take a look at some trouble on the 215 next.
Homeowners, when was the last time you had a termite inspection? If it's been over 3 years, then you need to call the Bug Man. Your home is your biggest investment and you need to protect it. We all carry home insurance, but termites do more damage than fire, earthquakes, and other natural disasters combined. Right now is swarming season. Most likely, termites are eating your home, even as I speak. The Bug Man can get rid of all your termites without tenting and repair any damage that they have caused. Here is a special offer. The Bug Man is offering free termite inspection. Call today and get a free termite inspection next week. You heard right. Call today before 4 p.m. and the termite inspection is free. On your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say, The Bug Man. On your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say, The Bug Man. If you call right now, you'll also receive a free 1-year maintenance program valued at $325 with a completed inspection and service. For your free termite inspection, dial pound 250 and say, The Bug Man.
Taking a look at KFI traffic, we've got a crash on the 215 in Riverside.
Southbound just before Center Street. Crash there only has the right lane open, so it's causing some heavy traffic from Barton. If you're in Newhall on the 5 northbound, that's in between the 14 and Cowgrove, all lanes shut down still due to an earlier wreck. Traffic being diverted onto the 14 northbound. Your drive is heavy from Roxford. And some good news on the 210 eastbound at Hill Avenue in Pasadena. An earlier crash there has been cleared from lanes. Traffic is recovering from Lake Avenue. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster on Pedro Moreno.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you're a valued customer, you deserve a simple gesture of appreciation from your credit card company. And that's why Discover matches all of the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
The uncertainty in the world is leading to market volatility. My friends at Legacy Precious Metals are here to walk you through why gold is the way forward through these unsteady times. Legacy Precious Metals can advise you how to roll your existing retirement account into a gold IRA and provide steps to take should you want to hold physical metals in your home. Call Legacy Precious Metals at 866-806-3646. That's 866-806-3646. Or download your free investor's guide at legacypminvestments.com.
Giving it your all on the court? Make sure you have the right partner by your side. Highland's Leg Cramps Quick Dissolve Tablet. America's #1 leg cramp relief solution for over 10 years. No water needed, no stomach upset, just fast, effective relief. Also available in tablets. Highland's Leg Cramps. To healthy competition and beyond. Available at Walmart, Walgreens, and CVS. Claims based on traditional homeopathic practice, not accepted medical evidence, not FDA evaluated.
Everybody needs an edge. The other guy is working on his edge right now, whether you have one or not. Testosterone levels are at an all-time low historically, and individual T levels in men decline 1% every year with age. There's a new champion of natural testosterone boosters, and it's called CHOQ. CHOQ. 100% natural herbal extracts with game-changing effects on your energy, mood, and focus. CHOQ Daily's main ingredient has been clinically studied to boost testosterone 20% in 90 days. Supercharge your masculinity with higher T and a massive boost of energy by taking CHOQ's Male Vitality Stack every day. Take the 90-day CHOQ Challenge and reap the benefits of the reigning champion of natural men's health with CHOQ's Male Vitality Stack. For a very limited time only, CHOQ, CHOQ, is giving our listeners a 30% discount with promo code USA. That's CHOQ.com, code USA, for 30% off while supplies last.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because our Sleep Number 360 smart bed is really smart. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to help keep you both comfortable. Plus, it's temperature balancing so you stay cool. Even smart enough to know exactly how long, how well, and when you slept. And to help you get almost 30 minutes more restful sleep per night. Sleep Number takes care of the science. All you have to do is sleep. Don't miss our 4th of July special. The Queen Sleep Number 360 CP smart bed is only $8.99. Plus free home delivery when you add B. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Contractor license 1023790.
When your AC breaks down, call Geller. Digital Duncan works on every brand of air conditioning. When we hook up Digital Duncan, playtime is over. Digital Duncan doesn't guess. Digital Duncan knows what's wrong. When your AC breaks down, call Geller. Digital Duncan works on every brand of air conditioner, even yours. Buy a new Gettle AC today and we'll install it tomorrow. Gettle, GOETTL. We'll keep you cool, but it's hard to spell.
Each week on the Martha Stewart podcast, the woman who's done it all, from TV to magazines to radio and more, engages in intimate, in-depth interviews with some of the world's most fascinating people.
Every time I go anywhere, all they want to know is how's new.